In today's Money Monday segment, avoiding scams. They usually begin with a phone call, email, or a knock on your door, and they are always after your money. Financial advisor Rob Wilson is here with ways that we can protect ourselves. Good morning.
Good morning.
We are talking about so much, though. I feel like every other day we're hearing about a new scam or someone else is trying to get after our money in some new way. How do you deal with all of this?
Yeah, it's hard enough to get money in your pocket in the first place,
right,
to just be scammed by someone who doesn't want to work for the money that they get. But you know what? This is actually a really big issue. So last year, there were a total of 1.1 million reports of suspected fraud. Now, just because you have a report doesn't mean people that lost money, but about 21% of those people, or almost 230,000 people, said that they experienced a financial loss from some of this fraud. And get this, the total amount, the dollar figure of that fraud was $905 million. So think about that, almost $1 billion that people lost due to fraud. Now, put that in some perspective. The whole company of Dunkin' Donuts didn't even make $1 billion in revenue last year. So this is clearly while we don't talk about it as much, this is clearly a really big issue.
So one of the things I think we need to talk about is who is targeted. I really think this could be anyone, but there are certain groups that tend to bear the brunt of this.
Sure. So let's start with seniors, okay? Because there are a lot of scams out there targeting seniors, and one that's really prevalent right now are these spoofed phone numbers, right? So you'll get a phone call from a number that the hacker has spoofed to make it look like they're calling from a legitimate government agency. And they'll call and say, hey, you owe us back taxes, or you owe fines for something silly like jury duty or whatnot, but saying that you really need to pay these immediately. And it's a total scam, but people see the number and then they think that it's legitimate. So that's one that's really, really targeting seniors right now.
You also say the unpaid ticket scam.
Oh, yeah, this is also a huge one. So you'll get a call from someone who says they're from the sheriff's office saying that they're going to come and impound and tow your car if you don't pay these parking tickets right away. So look, nobody wants to see their car up on a tow truck going out from the front of their house. And so people get a little bit nervous and want to just handle these right away. But most times it's a scam.
Well, I think this is so important to talk about, too, because you say that there are common red flags. These are things that will tell you right away that something's wrong.
Absolutely. If you get a call from someone and they want you to pay in some weird sort of way, so they want you to go get some gift cards or prepaid debit cards, or they want to send you a wire transfer, that is a huge red flag, because most government agencies and things like that, they are not going to ask you to go buy them some gift cards.
They don't want a Target gift card, right?
Absolutely not.
Well, and so how is it that you can't track those people down then if they're asking for gift cards and you're sending them off somewhere? It seems so obvious that we would be able to make arrests and get this done.
You would think so, but the hackers seem to be a little bit ahead of the good guys on this, so they've got fake addresses, phone numbers, emails, everything.
So this isn't just the elderly or older Americans. This is also happening to millennials as well. Yeah,
so you would think that the young whippersnappers are more with it, they're hip, they grew up with the internet, so they wouldn't be susceptible to this sort of thing. But the research shows that it's exactly the opposite. So millennials aged 20 to 29 were responsible for almost 40% of all of the reported losses, as opposed to Americans who were 70 or older, only reporting about 17% of those losses. So just because you're young doesn't mean that you're not susceptible to this.
That's surprising to me, because I do feel like we're always talking about the elderly getting scammed, but that's a huge chunk, 40%.
Sure. But if there is one red flag here, it's that if you're a millennial and you're age 20 to 29, you probably don't have a lot of money at that age.
Right.
So the reported losses from millennials at the median was about $400, where 70 or older, it was about $1,100. So while seniors report less, they're getting taken, unfortunately, for more money.
Okay, so here's the big question then. How do we protect ourselves?
Well, let me tell you about one particular scam that's targeting millennials, and it's these mobile payment apps.
Yes.
Look, our phones here are really becoming the gift and the curse, right?
Right.
So people are finding it very easy to pay for the pizza that they shared at dinner using Venmo or Zelle or Square Cash or something like that. And so you have sellers who are selling things on eBay or Craigslist or even Facebook, and they're saying, hey, just pay me the money on one of these mobile payment apps and I'll send you your stuff. Well, a lot of these mobile payment apps have been very slow to implement fraud protection, And so if you do that, it's kind of like putting cash in an envelope, mailing it off, and just hoping and praying that you're going to get your product in the mail.
Well, and I know some of them are linked directly with your bank. I think Zelle is one of those. That
They are. But even still, folks have lost money because folks have found a way to defraud that app.
Wow, unbelievable. And you say don't trust the caller ID on your phone.
Yeah, so do not trust the caller ID. If you see it, it looks like it's a government agency, but they're asking you for some weird information. Even if you feel like it's a legitimate, hang up and place your own inbound call so you know exactly for sure who you're talking to. And so I've got a couple of other tips. Folks can download a whole financial protection playbook at my website, robwilson.tv/fraud protection.
Okay, that's good to know. And I want to say this too, because you say never provide your credit card information.
No, if someone's calling you up and they say, hey, oh, you owe your back taxes, give us your credit card, or give us your bank account information, or sometimes people are even asking for the two-step verification codes if you've set that up with your bank.
Oh, right.
Don't give anybody that information. Just call them back in to say, hey, I got a call. Is this legitimate? If so, I'm happy to provide you the information, but do not do that with inbound phone calls.
So in talking about don't trust the caller ID, should we still register our number on the do not call registries? Can they still get through?
Yeah, this is a big tip. Absolutely. Right now, as soon as you see this segment, go register your phone number on the do not call registry, because if you do that, and you can do that by calling in or online, if you do that and you still get a suspicious call, it's probably fraud. So it doesn't block them from calling you. They're not supposed to, but they can still call you if they choose to. If you get a suspicious call and you know you registered, it's probably fraud.
Okay, so I've done that with my home phone and with my cell phone as well. The thing that I've been getting a lot is numbers that almost look just like my phone number. Maybe they're 2 digits off.
Actually, I've had some clients who have gotten a spoofed call from their exact phone number. Here's the thing. If it looks weird, just let it go to voicemail. If it's that important, they'll leave you a message and you can always call back. If it looks weird, don't pick it up because you're probably going to get yourself in bad trouble.
That's a lot of good information, and I just don't know where the end is going to come, because it just seems like they're always coming up with a better.
Well, you know what? But we're not helpless. There are a lot of things that we can do to protect ourselves from these things if we just be diligent about it.
So the other thing, one last question I have for you: Social Security numbers. Oftentimes, even if you call one of the agencies, maybe your bank or someone else, they'll ask you for your Social Security number. I'm always reluctant, but at this point, it feels like everyone already has your Social Security number with all the hacks.
You had the huge Equifax hack.
Right.
I would assume that your information is already out there.
Right.
So what I would do if you're nervous about your Social Security number, I would go put a lock on your credit report.
Right.
That means no one can use your your Social Security number to sign up for a loan or a credit card or anything else without your verification. So if you're nervous about that, go to all 3 credit bureaus and put a lock on right away.
It's called a freeze. We've done that before, and it's fairly easy. Hopefully they'll waive the fee soon, though.
Yeah, they should do that. It's their fault in the first place.
Right, exactly. All right, thank you, Rob. Rob Wilson of Wilson Insight and regular Money Monday contributor here on PTL. Look for a link to his site to download your free fraud protection playbook at kdka.com/PTL.